World Whiskey Review, brought to you by me, Man in the Sands. Come and join me. Hats off, game on. Welcome back to World Whiskey Review with me, Man in the Sands. Fast and furious whiskey tasting. So, with our new way of approaching things, once a month we will give you a fundamental lesson, Whiskey 101. We'll explore distilleries and such. However, on the whiskey tastings, we're getting straight into it. So what are we looking at today? We're looking at the Compass Box. The Compass Box is a wonderful producer of Scotch single malt, conceived in 2000 by an American, John Glaser. John conceived this, he tells us, in 2000 on the island of Eleuthera in the Bahamas. That was in fact the name of his first produced single malt in 2001, Eleuthera. What makes Eleuthera special, apart from when it was produced and why it's produced, is the fact that it uses one of the most wonderful whiskies, I think, to contribute to blended whiskey, Clynelish. Now, what happened? Well, the stock of Clynelish ran out for the Compass Box. And then, lo and behold, as they were looking to try and recreate that balance of what a magical whiskey Eleuthera was, they conceived a new whiskey. And let me show it to you. The Lost Blend. There's so much to this, I won't spend a lot on it. But the Lost Blend is a wonderful creation of about 80% unpeated from two single malt scotches, one being Altt-a-Bhainne. Altt-a-Bhainne is traditionally sent out for the likes of Chivas Regal to be blended with, and also Clynelish, what I was talking about earlier. And then it uses about 20% of peated single malt scotch, and that'll be Coal Ila. And as you know, I love Coal Ila. What are we comparing it to? Well, it's less of a comparison and more of a cheeky to follow drop. Another Compass Box, both being limited editions. This beauty is approximately 12,000 bottles. And this one, Delilah XXV, is also 46%, like the Lost. However, it is different in taste. It's sherry oak cask as well, rather than just American oak cask. And it's named after the punk rock whiskey bar of Chicago on its 25th anniversary. Now, what does that mean to us? Well, I can tell you, Eleuthera is close to Gregory Town in the Bahamas. What a great name Gregory is. And Chicago has a piece of my heart from years ago of visiting it with friends and a friend's wedding to a local Chicagoan lady. So there's the heartstring pull. This is quality whiskey. Let's get on with it. So what are you expecting from this? Beautiful. Isn't that wonderful sound? 46% we're pouring. Now, I've poured it into here. I have already done a cheeky tasting because I couldn't resist. And then I couldn't stop myself. It was wonderful. It is bad with water. It is bad on ice. Trust me, don't waste your time. Now, just look at this for colour. You see how it's pale? Very interesting. Suspicious, one might say, when you know it's got the Coal Ila in it. Real nose. Light, with a bit of the peatiness in. Easy. I'm just going to do this. Releases a bit more of the heavier, mossy peatiness, but not much. It's not smoky. So that is good if you don't like peated whiskey. But could it bring out some of the peatiness to make you enjoy a subtle peatiness to a whiskey? Well, let's find out. But first things first, hat off, game on. Slanger. marvellous. Smacks the lips a little bit. Hits the front of the tongue a little bit. Slight burn, slight. I say it's different to a glow. You can feel it, and in fact, it goes all the way down, right down to here. However, it is not offensive. It wakes you up. It's perfect for the winter. My goodness, I've just realised I'm going to have to drink it for you. Slager. Now, oh, wonderful. Top of the mouth. Fresh. Slightly citrus. Alcoholic to 46%. You can feel it at the back. But it's not good with water. Trust me. Do not add the water. Doesn't work well. Now it's hitting me further down. Slight burn, as I say, slight. However, not offensive. It's got the peatiness, the smokiness, and the aftertaste. It's got a wonderful finish. It is not dry. Don't forget, this has been through American oak casks. This is not dry. Oh, now. I feel like someone's been tickling me, and it's slightly annoying, but I like it. That was the burn. Now I feel like someone's given me a little cheeky spank on the bottom, grabbed me and kissed me. Yes, I want more. I want more of this. How wonderful. It is titillating the senses. It's still got the finish. It's smooth. Again, it's subtle, but it's powerful enough to give you the finish and let it linger. It is very light on the peatiness. Now, let's move on. I have to. I'm meant to be fast and furious for you, but I couldn't resist a comparison with another limited edition. How is this by comparison? Sherry oak cask finish. Again, American oak cask. They had it ready. They kept it for another 5 years going before they released it. Wonderful sound, as you know. Has a wonderful nose on it. Different nose. Of course it's different. It's not the same. However, let's give it a shot. Now, I prefer the Lost Blend straight away on the nose. Doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy it, but the Lost Blend had a complexity there. Maybe that's part of its allure. Maybe I'm romancing because of the Clynelish engaged within that aroma and the Coal Ila. And I must say the Altt-a-Bhainne, wonderful as well mixed in. But this is different. This is something that I think would appeal to a lot of you. Now I'm going in. Less complex, easy to drink. Burn, little burn. You feel that burn. It's like a bit of acid sometimes off a red wine. It's not going to play havoc with you, but you can feel it. So on that note, you may say, I wish to dilute it. I've done the water, I've done the ice, I've saved you the trouble. It's not worth me reviewing on that basis. This should be drunk neat and naked as nature intended. Punk, baby, punk. Now, let's go in for another one, shall we? Straight away, see me smacking my lips? So I had a drink of it to wash away the Lost Blend. I've then gone and moved it around, masticated. It has a short finish. It has a bit more of a burn. However, it's easier in the mouth, less complex for those who just want to have a drink. I actually suspect this would be wonderful with a bit of ginger ale or a soda water, but certainly just a splash of the fizzy stuff, ice cold, no ice, no water to dilute it, just a little splash for a blend mix. Unfortunately for me, when you've had this, which is absolutely marvellous, and you move on to this, chalk and cheese to a point. Subtle, wonderful. I could drink this easily with friends. I won't be drinking this with friends. No. The Lost Blend and I, we'll be spending some time getting lost together. Magnificent. Bang for buck, recognising that Compass Box is expensive compared to other whiskies because you are buying a limited release of the distillery of a mix of blends with a bit of science. I recommend them over your standard Macallan, Glenfiddich, Glenmorangie to experience something different. But at that price, the Lost Blend, magnificent. I would say that I'm not convinced this is worth the money, but it's wonderful in itself. It's a great gift. This is marvellous. It's not far off a very old Lefroy I once had. I say old because the family disbanded. Bit of brotherly conflict. Another story, another time. Look after yourselves. I've taken up enough of your time. Enjoy. Highly recommended if you get your hands on it. If you're going to share it with someone that you want to spend the night with. Good night.